Okay, for this week, tip or whatever is on um, grocery buying and meal planning. So, I don't know if you can find it. If you don't, on BYU TV, there's a show called Food Nanny, and she helps families that are not able to sit down together. She helps them figure out how to have family dinner, because that's guys, that's like it's so valuable having family dinner, and it's just not part of culture anymore. So she's kind of just training people how to do it. But so she probably goes into more detail about different things. That's a real great resource. Um, but I'm not Food Nanny. But I wanted to tell a little bit about how I do grocery planning and meal planning. So, and it looks a little bit different every so often. I change it up, but I usually start with um, what are we gonna have. So I'll make some kind of a list, or have some kind of like a notebook or something. I've got Monday through Sunday. What are we gonna have? And actually, this is a 2 week version. I've made Monday through Sunday, and I have like, okay, let's have, and then as you learn how to make more things, or things sound good, um, put them on the list and learn how to make them. So like stromboli, we'll have stromboli on Monday. Stromboli is it's a bread with meat and cheese in it. Really good. Actually, not that hard to make. And once you learn how to make bread, um, it's not that much of an extra effort to make stromboli if you know how to make French bread. And anyway, I really I really get sick of the same old thing. So I have all sorts of different things on my list, and each um, like we got enchiladas, Alfredo, stir fry, Mississippi roast, Hawaiian haystack, spaghetti, buttered chicken, pork chops. That's just a random one. This is not a certain week. This was probably a year ago. Anyway, but so I make a list of what I want, and I have. I think I got this at Walmart. I haven't used this for a long time. Just recently found it. It has a week of meals, and on the side it has a shopping list. I don't use that. Shopping list is too small for me. So I actually, if I want, I'll write like extra things on it, like meal ideas. But the first thing I do is I say, okay, what do we want to have for dinner? So actually, this week, um, this week we got we had a ward activity, and somebody had made way too much macaroni salad and sent it home with us. And so I was like, oh, what goes good with macaroni salad? It's like a Hawaiian macaroni salad. And so I was like, okay, I've got some chicken thighs that I've that would actually be really good with. So I'm currently marinating some chicken thighs, teriyaki style, and I'll cook up some white rice, and we'll have Hawaiian chicken with a side dish of macaroni salad. We will also just we always have a salad and a vegetable to go with our meal, which actually makes the meal go further and feel more complete. I would highly suggest it. And for the frozen vegetables, not canned vegetables, but frozen vegetables. Um, if you want, I could show you how we make it. It's really easy and really good. If you don't love vegetables, it's possible that you don't know how to cook them right. Because I've had people come over and had our vegetables, and seriously, they're not that hard, but they're like, oh, I thought I hated corn, but this is really good. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. So let me know if you want to know how to make like frozen vegetables as a side dish, and then a salad. Uh, I don't love making salad. It's um, we always have one, but it's like, for me, it's like boring. So like if anyone's coming over for dinner, they ask what to bring, I say bring a salad, because there's so much creative effort put into the main dish that the salad is just kind of like the last minute for me. But currently my kids make the salad, and that's great because they know how to, and they do a good job. Anyway, so yeah, we're having Hawaiian chicken, and because I have this chicken, and this chicken thigh, it would also be really good with the chicken tikka masala. I like I said, I like making different fruits from different countries, and I have a buttered chicken recipe. This is Indian, and it's a really good recipe. And I made chicken tikka masala once, and it sucked. It was terrible. So I've been scared to try again, but I eat it at restaurants, and it's really good. So anyway, I found a guy whose recipes I trust, and I'm trying his recipe. Sounds better. The recipe I used before was a health food recipe, like the kind that substitute all goodness for not as goodness. So that's probably part of my problem. So anyway, chicken tikka masala is I haven't made it before. Spaghetti picadillo, which is a Cuban food. It's really good. And then that's all I really have for this week, because actually no, and then on Sunday is Palm Sunday, and I really like to celebrate Easter, so we're going to be having some kind of a Middle Eastern chicken and rice with pita chips and baba ganoush, which I just learned about is a eggplant dip, which I'm excited to try. Saturday is conference, and we usually eat dinner at 6, and so I'm not even sure what we're going to have. Friday night is usually date night, and the kids, they make their own dinner. They're old enough and have been taught how to make basic things like spaghetti, and actually have a really good goulash recipe that's super easy but really good. Or they can make like breakfast or just whatever's left over in the fridge. So anyway, so that's my list of what we're going to have this week. And once I make the list, then I have another piece of paper, which is the grocery list. And what I do is I have a constant grocery list. I think this is probably not, I don't know if this is unique to me or if everybody does this. Probably everybody already does this. But anyway, I have a grocery list going all the time in the kitchen that I can write on when we run out of things, or when I see we're about to run out of things. I write those things down. Like I need diapers and wipes. We're about out of eggs, so I know we're going to need that regardless of what we're having for dinner. Almost out of ginger. And anyway, stuff like that. That goes on this list. Keep it always available in the kitchen. And then I go through my what are we having for dinner? And then I go through, do we have the supplies? Okay, we're having Hawaiian chicken. I already have the chicken. I already have everything for that. Chicken tikka masala, I have everything for that. Spaghetti, I have everything I need for that. Picadillo has a really good cucumber tomato salad. It's just cucumbers, tomatoes, and then olive and vinegar, and it's just like you put it on top of the meat and rice mixture, and it's just like so good. But I don't usually have a whole lot of cucumber and tomatoes on hand, so I might have to get them at the grocery store. So I would put that on my list. Cucumber and tomato. And then I go through, okay, what else? We're having the chicken and rice. Okay, we have enough chicken for these 2 meals, but we're running low on chicken, so I should probably get some chicken. And yeah, so then I make my grocery list of all the things we need for dinner, as well as things throughout the week. And then, of course, just think about, well, okay, how are we on salad supplies? Okay, we need more lettuce. Write that down. We need more cucumber and tomato. Write that down if we didn't already. Let's see, how are we on like lunch supplies now? The kids, all except Noble, are in school, so we don't need a whole lot of lunch supplies. But we do need some. So how are we on bread? I actually just got bread. I actually did my big shopping list already. I should have made this video while I was doing that, but I didn't. So we're good on bread. Let's see, what other things do we need regularly? We need breakfast foods. Do we have? Oh, we're good on oatmeal. Yogurt. We're probably gonna need some more yogurt, so I should put that on my list. Yogurt. Yeah, and different things like that. That's my, I guess, 3-step process of making the grocery list. Writing down regularly anything we need, run out of something, going through the meal plan and writing down things we need for each of the meals, and then going through again just the house or the kitchen and what things we've run out of that we're going to need more of that maybe didn't get put on the list as I ran out of them. So that's the basics. Also, like I mentioned before, I have these lists of dinners I've made before. I really like to hang on to those because it seems like whenever it's time to think of what we're going to have for dinner, or plan even the week, start planning the week of what we're going to have for dinner, that I draw a blank, and it's like I haven't cooked the last 20 years. I can't seem to think of anything to make for dinner. But then I pull these out, and I'm like, oh yeah, stromboli, stir fry, haystacks, spaghetti, butter chicken. Okay, and then I don't necessarily make them, but the more I hang on to, the more I'm like, oh yeah, I don't really want that, but okay, Cuban food, pigs in a blanket. We haven't had that in forever. How about, coconut curry? Oh yeah, that's good. Sloppy Joes. Yeah, it's been forever since we've had that. That'll be a good one to have. Corned beef and cabbage. We just had that last week because it's St. Patrick's Day, and probably won't have that till next St. Patrick's Day. Anyway, things like that really help. And then, of course, setting aside time to make the list of what you're going to have for dinner as well as groceries. That really will help. It really will help. Because if you don't make the time, then you won't ever find the time to make your grocery list. Something else I was going to mention. I remember the first video I mentioned, when you go to the grocery store, if you're going to buy a little bit more than you have. Let me see if I could turn this around. Nope, I don't know how to turn it around. So make a little bit more than you have, but also when you are cooking and let's see, you're making something with macaroni. That's macaroni in there. We're almost out. So I actually have a bunch more downstairs in our cellar, so we're not really out. But I should put, when I see that, or when I'm using something that we're almost out of, then I should make a mental note and quickly write it down on the grocery list. Oh, we're almost out of macaroni and cheese. Go write down, or not macaroni and cheese, just macaroni. Write down macaroni. One of the things I was cooking, I just used up the last of my ginger. Sorry, I think that's backwards. And so I got out some more ginger from my pantry, but also wrote down on my list that was the last bottle of ginger, so I should buy more ginger. I know that I use a lot of ginger, so I know I need that. There's other things I've bought once in my life and never bought again, so you don't have, just because you run out of it doesn't mean you need to buy more, but buy more if you know you're gonna need that, you're gonna use that again. Garlic, onion, salt and pepper, basic seasonings. If you see that you're about done with one, put it on the list to buy more so that you have more before you run out, and don't have to go to the grocery store just for a meal. That makes things a lot easier. Yeah, I don't know if that's helpful or not. If it is, I hope so. If it even makes sense, I hope it does. But anyway, love you guys.